we want to wait on is Peter wants to print on the solid.
It'll sort of look a little bit like this. We're playing games yet. This over here is a really interesting project that we're doing. I'll come around. Again, it's a like barely controlled anarchy because you've got people making wallpaper, you've got people making fabric. And since we don't do the same thing every day, we do so much custom work that you've got all these different people doing all these different things, and it's really sort of wonderful. It's like a ballet or a beehive in a way. People mixing fabric, people making silk screens, people doing the artwork for the designs that have to go into repeat to make the screens. That's what's sort of fun. I mean, and I'm not sure. I mean, a lot of people do print fabric, a lot of people do print wallpaper. I don't know of another company that was foolish enough to print both at the same time. These fabrics that are here hanging up, you can sort of see, are what we call strike-offs, where we strike off about a yard of the fabric in a color that the person would choose. The fabrics which I used when I first started painting fabrics were varied because there was this little store on Madison Avenue called Far Eastern Fabrics, and I would go there and buy 5 yards of silk of this color, 5 yards of silk of that color, different kinds of silks, like smooth ones, rough ones, you know, go to Pearl Paint and buy canvas. This is something we're printing for a tablecloth. We colored the fabric initially this bazooka color, and we'll print these lifesavers on it. And after the lifesavers are printed, we're going to go through and hand dot color into it. So all the circles will have little pieces of color hand put into them. And it'll be that great green down there. I've always been a pattern painter. I love repetition. I love working on a grid. So everything that I've always done has basically been derived from pattern painting. And when I was an abstract painter, I always wanted to marry, and when I was doing my paintings, and it sort of showed up in the patterns that we now print and still paint to a degree, I always wanted to marry Kenneth Noland and Jackson Pollock on the same surface. Two diametrically opposed, seemingly points of view, but to put them together and see if it worked.
Obviously, Joe and
This is one of the hearts of the business, and it's where we shoot all our silk screens. We do all our artwork in here, or the majority of the artwork. It's where silk screens are made. She sent us some ideas. She has twin girls. She sent that to us, and we will wind up printing it probably in a really pale petal pink on a white or ivory. It'll be draperies.
Actually, she chose artisan linen, oyster, and natural.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll print pink on that. We do a lot of work like this. Somebody sends us a design, says this is the idea we have, and we then make it. Since we have the capability of doing everything, unlike most companies, since we mix our own paint, have our own art department, make our own silk screens, we're not burdened by inventory. Since we have all these abilities, when people call up and say, can you do this? We say yes to everything. The fun thing about saying yes to as much custom work as we do is that we then get ideas from people. And I always tell people that we're able to see ideas in a range this wide. When you do as much custom work as we do, and you have all these people giving you color ideas, design ideas, that range goes from here to there. I think my three most favorite important people who we've done work for have been Frank Sinatra, Tiger Woods, and Laura Bush, which is a really interesting collection of people. And I think I'm probably the only person who was in the master bedroom of the White House and the master bedroom of Tiger Woods' house in the same year. A corner block on a border paper that we're doing right now for the Lincoln City Room, the White House. It's the first historical room we've done any work there. It gives you an idea of what's going to be happening. Corner block. This will actually get cut out and pasted on the wall, almost collage. And then the corner block will get cut out and collaged in all four corners. So it's based on historical photographs of the room that's over the past 150, 200 years. How they've looked. You know, success has to subsidize failure. And so we don't have thousands and thousands of yards of printed fabric sitting on shelves. We have what we have. And we can produce most everything to order with limited stock of everything. So we can act faster, we can provide product faster, and we're like a sports car compared to a big old heavy truck. We can move around a whole lot faster than most anybody else. And you just keep getting inspired by stuff you see. You just keep wanting, for some reason, I've always wanted to do more. Luckily, that has never stopped.